Okay, so you know that animations are being fixed by Creature Sonaria, right? The recently
Yeah.
implemented ones, yeah. There are like several species that got their animations revamped and like better upgraded, and which is cool. It's a cool concept to know that Creature Sonaria hasn't forgotten their creatures yet. That's great. And it's also mostly because the community has been yelling at them to do some changes because of how horrid the original animations were. And it's worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's worth it. It's worth it. In some species, the changes really, really amps them up. Like the Versa, which I've seen, the aggro animation did change tremendously, and it is a lot better and a lot more appealing to look at. But the king species or whatnot, like there are some other species where the animations, even as revamps or like renewed animations, they do still look a little bit wonky to me, which is fine, you know. Things like these happen and it's completely fine. You can't like just continuously bash on the devs, right? They're trying, whatever. But my problem is that why do they need revamps to begin with? If you work with the staff, maybe you can correct me on this. But I think the simplest and most basic answer would be because they're always constantly pushing out creatures, they're always constantly making new things. So they're always occupied on like adding something new instead of actually bettering the old or like actually pushing out something with good content. Because if you haven't noticed, good creatures comes with bad animations. Bad creatures comes with good animations. There is no perfect ratio unless it's a full moon. And Creatures Navia has that issue of just like not being able to push out actually good creatures. Like in my previous videos, I talked about species I've liked, but some of their animations, they're very lackluster and they're very disappointing. And so I'm sure they're also going to get changed in the future, but all of these changes and whatnot could be avoided if all they did was take their time in making the species and actually like working on it instead of just like pushing them out and like pumping out new species every now and then. Like, what if I'm just saying I'm not a business person, I'm not an animator or like a dev or whatever, but I'm just saying instead of having to renew all of these animations in like a large bundle in the very far future, instead of doing that, why not, if you're going to make a new species, why not perfect it so you don't need to do that? Why not make it just the way it is so it can last for long without your community complaining by just cutting down the updates and actually taking your time to gradually grow? And don't like, and let's be honest, Creatures Navia, you have enough Robux, enough money, enough like anything to like actually just draw out your update time, okay? I know you have enough, you know you have enough, and like the people who are constantly begging for updates, why don't you ignore them like you ignore us? Why why is it so suddenly so hard to ignore them, but it's okay to ignore us? I'm just saying, this is not bad. This is great. They're updating new things, they're adding new stuff, they're like bettering the designs and whatnot. But can you not like do it to begin with? Like I don't want to wait months. Like for example, like uh the Boreal Eatonley, like the Boreal has been here for a long time now, and the Jot, bro, he has like a lot of animation updates. Like come on, man. Like could you not do like well, obviously they're out of the picture now since they're very old, but for the future creatures, can you not make them just right, just perfect before you release them? Like if I'm gonna have to wait for like a few more months, if not years, to get a better like animation out of them, I don't think I want to play the stupid game anymore. Well, I can't anyways, but I'm saying on behalf of the player base, just make a good creature with good animations and draw out your update times. You're not gonna lose money, okay? You're actually gonna less stress out your like RCs and your devs too by doing this. You're gonna give them time and they'll actually be able to pump out quality creatures instead of very rushed out, very wonky and almost always disappointing species, okay? And The community won't be able to complain if it's perfect, right? Just make a perfect species every now and then, like 3 updates, 4 updates a month. Well, not 4 updates, maybe 3 updates, 2 updates a month, right? You don't need that much. You don't need to be always every week. Take your time. 3 updates, 2 updates. Just push your things slowly. Make good, worthy content instead of having to constantly rechange things because you fuck up when you first release them. Ignore these. I don't even know what type of fan base, a player base, are like yelling constantly for updates. Like, those people are fucking weird to me. I don't know why they always want new updates constantly. Like, I don't know if they think devs are machines or anything, but ignore them. Like you ignore us. And hopefully, maybe in the future, you won't need to do all of these unnecessary new revamps of animations because you'll be able to spend quality time in actually making the right perfect one, right? It's just my thoughts. Yeah, just, tell me what you think. I've been blabbering and I've been talking like a broken record, repeating the same point. Basically, like, I'm gonna conclude what I said because I'm not sure if most of you got it, but my point is that like changing animations and like making them better is good. I'm not saying anything about it. I'm not also talking about if the animations on the species are good or not specifically, because I haven't seen all of them yet. I'm just saying, why do we have to do this to begin with when you could just push out the species with good designs and good animations? If it's not weekly, then it would be good quality instead of quantity. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, this just goes back to the same old argument all of us veterans have been asking. Just please stop it. Lower your like update rates every week. Just stop it. Take your time. Pump out good quality. Then we don't have to wait for months to get better and new animations. Okay? Alright. Tell me your thoughts. If you disagree with me, that's your choice. You can tell me how you feel. If you agree with me, please don't attack the other people. Alright? Alright. Have a lovely day.